Hey guys, Dan MacArthur with Vibe Realty here. Just wanted to come at you today with a quick video talking about foreclosures. So the market's shifted a little bit, and some people have come to me and asked me if properties are starting to get foreclosed on again. They think it's a tremendous opportunity to buy homes for potentially less than market value. And some people have come to, or not come to me, but you talk about foreclosures and they don't really know anything about it. They think it's just like a normal sale. So I kind of wanted to take you through the whole process today, kind of take a 10,000 foot view of this whole thing, from a property being in good standing, paying their mortgage, to falling in arrears, all the way to being foreclosed on, and basically new owners taking possession of the property. So to take it from the start, when a person stops paying their mortgage and a financial institution, obviously wants to get paid, and they want to start a foreclosure action against someone, the first thing they do is serve a demand letter. Now, the demand letter basically lays out how much money is owed, and it gets served to everyone that's on title as well as the guarantors. In addition to submitting the demand letter, the lender will also file a petition in court, basically saying to the court how much they think that they're owed, and basically laying out that they want to start a foreclosure proceeding. They'll also have to submit affidavits along with this petition, proving that they did serve the demand letter. At this point in time, the registered owners will be granted the ability to file for an appearance, which basically lets the court know that they plan to defend themselves in this proceeding. And so basically the appearance is free to file, but if you do have a lot of equity in the property and you're intending on trying to protect that equity, it's a good idea to engage your own lawyer or counsel at this point. So once this is all done and the court has reviewed everything, a notice of hearing of petition will be laid out. So basically this just states when and where they're actually going to go through the petition. So at the hearing, the one of the main things that the court is going to endeavor to do is lay out an order nisi. The order nisi basically states how much is owed to redeem the mortgage, and kind of who's going to get paid out, or basically how much everybody is owed. So generally, it's not just the folks filing the financial institution that proceeded with the foreclosure action. Generally, there's other people owed money if a property has fallen into foreclosure. So in addition to the order nisi, they're going to lay out a redemption period, which basically gives the registered owner an opportunity to come up with the money to stop the foreclosure action. The court will decide on the redemption period really based on how much equity someone has in the property. So if you have very little equity, the redemption period could be as small as 1 day. If you have a ton of equity in the home, it could be 60 to 90 days. I mean, it's really up to the court. So in addition to the order nisi, a certificate of pending litigation will get put on title. This happens before even the redemption period starts. This stops the registered owner from trying to sell the property before the foreclosure action has been completed. So once the redemption period has expired, an order for conducted sale will be granted. This will basically lay out the disbursements, as well as sort of allow for the financial institution to pay commission and lawyer fees and all that sort of stuff. So it's going to define how that whole process goes. Disbursements are broken down like this. So the first people to get paid, so let's say that there's $400,000 owing or something like that. So the first people to get paid is property tax. The government is always going to get paid first. The next folks to get paid is if the property is stratified. So strata fees and levies, usually if someone is in arrears in their mortgage, chances are that they're also in arrears in their strata fees and levies. Then lawyers and realtor fees will be paid. Then the first mortgage, the second mortgage, the third mortgage. So if say $400,000 is owing, and the proceeds from the sale are $355,000, this is the order in which folks will get paid out. So you can kind of see why when you go to, Alpine Credits or something to get a second or third mortgage, the interest rate's a heck of a lot higher because there's a lot more risk on a third mortgage than there is on a first mortgage. That's for sure. If there's anything left over after everybody that's owed money has been paid out, that sum will be given to the registered owner. One more option that's probably relevant to talk about that doesn't get utilized very often is an order absolute. That happens basically when market conditions are really, really poor, and the financial institution doesn't want to list the property and sell the property right now. They'll look to take actual ownership of the property. I've never really seen it happen. Again, it's the financial institutions generally don't want to be in the business of owning land like this. It also triggers property transfer tax unless it's CMHC or something like that. That's a governmental organization that's basically brought the foreclosure action forward. So I've never seen it happen, but an order absolute is also an option for a financial institution. And since we're talking about foreclosures, I thought I'd just mention it. So at this point, the property is going to be listed on MLS, and you're going to see it like any other listing. We don't really advertise properties as being foreclosures in Canada. In the United States, I know that they do. If you drive across the line, you'll see, on listing signs and stuff like that, it will say, they'll have riders that say foreclosure and those things. Here, we want to protect the owners from embarrassment. Obviously, the neighbors will know you're being foreclosed on if they see a sign that says foreclosure in your front lawn. So we don't do that here. Realtors, if you reach out to your realtor, hopefully that's me, and you say, hey, I'm interested in this property, they're going to be able to see right away that this is a foreclosure property. So when writing an offer on a foreclosure, the first offer in, because you kind of have to go to court to get your offer approved, and we'll go through how other offers and competing offers can kind of slide in as it happens. But the first offer in can have condition precedents or subjects and be able to do their diligence. In addition, to the normal contract of purchase and sale, the lawyer representing the financial institution will likely have a very comprehensive Schedule A drafted that basically rewrites the whole contract and makes it limits the financial institution's liability tremendously. So the property generally in all of these cases is sold as is, where is. So that basically means that when you take possession, it is what it is. They're not going to guarantee that the furnace works. They're not going to guarantee that the fridge works. They're not even going to guarantee that there is a fridge. You can't actually ask for chattels in a foreclosure proceeding. Chattels meaning things that you can actually pick up and take away, and normal things to ask for in a normal resale contract would be, fridges, stoves, dishwashers, things of that nature. You can't ask that they be there. You can't have them guarantee that they're going to be working. If the owner comes back and smashes up the bathroom, you don't really have any recourse. So again, these contracts are always favoring the financial institution very, very heavily. All offers will have to be subject to court approval as well. Part of the process of a foreclosure proceeding is having to go back to court and having the court review the offer and decide whether or not it's a fair offer and the property was marketed fairly, and they're getting the most the market will bear for this property, because again, it's not just the financial institution that is to benefit from the sale of the property. Usually, again, there's property taxes owing, there's strata fees owing, there's maybe second or third mortgages owing. So the court is there to sort of ensure that the financial institution got the most amount of money that the market would bear. So once subjects are removed on that first offer, a court date is set. One thing to note too is the offer cannot request specific completion days. So you can't say, I want to take ownership of this foreclosure property on May 18th. Generally, the contract is written so that the possession is after court approval. So if it's a vacant property, you'll say generally the court wants 10 days after court approval. That's when you're going to take a possession. If there's people living there, obviously occupied, the court will give them more time to move out. Generally, you're going to take possession 28 days after court approval. So once you've removed subjects on that first offer, or the financial institution has an offer with no subjects on it, the accepted offer's price and deposit amount is going to be disclosed to all other interested parties. They're going to know how much you put down, and they're going to know how much the agreed upon price is. Sort of a strategy piece too is that if you're looking at purchasing a foreclosure property, keep in mind that when you present an offer to the financial institution, they want to move this process along as quickly as possible. So they're not going to be inclined to really push you as far as, bringing that offer price up. So strategically, if you get a super low ball accepted offer, it's just going to signal to everybody to come to court and try and bid on it. So once you've, so you're, again, all that, like the accepted offer and the amount of the deposit is disclosed, a court date is going to be set, so basically a judge, or what they call the master in these proceedings, to review and approve the offer. And then at court, other parties will have an opportunity to present an offer on the property. So generally, well, in all cases, once at court, the offers have to be subject free. They have to have a check, for the deposit accompanying the offer, and they must have the Schedule A signed as well. So at court, the master will review all of the offers presented. They will then recommend to a lawyer, the financial institution's lawyer, which one they want to accept, and generally the lawyer will accept that offer. And at that point, the order is made after application, and the property is now sold. So guys, I hope that gives some insight to how the procedure works from, the very start to actually being sold, a foreclosure being sold. If you have any more questions about this procedure or investing in general, I'm always here to have a chat. Give me a call anytime. Thanks guys. Bye now.